Okay, we should have fixed guest audio now.
Shannon, soft.
Okay. Wait,
Do you have?
Can you
the
imagine if
sound?
like all television, like the first 10 minutes of like the
Magic.
Jimmy Fallon Tonight Show was him saying like, "Oh, hold on, give me a minute." Like,
Yeah.
it's just like
Oh,
all
I got
professional-
that. What?
I'd watch it.
Say again.
I was asking DC, do you have the spoons and availability to mod tomorrow night? If you do not, that is perfectly fine. Because we have front page for Runner Show from other lands, and it's been wild. Yes, we're all loving Brian's shirt.
Oh, that is a
Hello,
nice shirt. I
everyone.
just noticed that.
Oh gosh, people are hopping in and out. Like I can hear some people and other people not. I don't know if that's just another Zoom thing or not.
It should be Zoom because I can hear you just fine.
I can
Okay,
hear
but-
Brian.
I swear Adam was.
Oh, I muted for a second to say hi to my chat.
This is gonna be so confusing. We all have two easily muted buttons. That reminds me, I gotta try out this other microphone at some point.
Yeah, we're working on it. So hashtag we know.
I at least am now ready to go. So
Okay,
can sign
and
off
I am
on
just
me.
checking because, as we all know, Chrome is a butt. I've had to end and restart Chrome.
Yeah, Brian had to restart his browser. So remember that if one of you tells the streamer there's a thing wrong.
By the
more
way,
than one
Tanya, I
person-
also want to
Yes.
thank you for this lovely Argyle sweater that you sent me. As you can see, I'm wearing it today.
Oh, you're welcome. It looks very dashing.
It's very nice. It's perfect for fall.
Chrome is a butt. The 2020 story. That's a mood. I see it.
Yes.
Okay.
At least to
As
see
long
our.
as you can-
No, it's fine, Jester. It's fine.
I think people can see us and hear us, so that's really what's important. But yeah, I'll have D&D Beyond up in a moment.
It's also been 2 weeks since we played, so
Yeah, I can't remember anything. We're gonna need a previously on Dungeon Crossing.
that Brian took notes because I had to ask him earlier.
Yeah, I'm
what
glad
did-
somebody did. You know what? I didn't. I saw that clip that you sent. I should have watched that for homework to remind me of what was going on.
Dungeon Crossing. Previously on Dungeon Crossing, the Order of the Sunfish fucked up.
I should get a voice actor to do a previously on Dungeon Crossing for us. I should get Adam Harrington or someone to do it. The guy who does my LOG voice.
I mean, there's Brian right there.
Okay.
You know what? Next time I
I'll-
play Among Us with Troy, I'll
Shut
get
up.
him to bust it out real quick and clip it.
Oh God. Wait, Troy Baker?
Troy Baker. He played Among Us with us last night or yesterday.
Oh,
Yeah, I can't come near that flex, Tanya, but I appreciate it.
I'm trying to help you, Brian.
I just yeah. Okay, let's see here.
All right, let me
Do
know.
we want a squad? Is there any benefit to it? Does it make any?
Not really.
Okay.
I don't
If
think
all-
so. I think we're
If
all under.
all of us are streaming, I don't think there's a benefit to squad. And plus, somebody would get left out, even if all of us. were
Yeah,
partnered.
one thing that I would like to do though is come up with that quick and easy Nightbot command where it instantly flashes up everyone that you're playing with. Because
Oh.
people always ask like, who are you playing with?
Hold on, I can give you that command.
Oh yeah. What,
Yes.
for me to put into Nightbot.
Yes.
Oh, let me open my Nightbot.
Yeah, I basically just swiped and copied Tanya's.
Oh yeah, I'll do it too.
Where? Hold on.
Because I get
That's
asked that
it.
all the
It's
time,
the-
like, oh, who are you playing
Try
with?
DC cast
Oh, I missed a C. That's what I did.
or just cast. 'Cause
Gary, someone in my chat goes, real question, when does Gary Whitta sleep? I feel like I saw him streaming all day yesterday.
I've been streaming a lot the last few days.
Yeah.
I don't, way more than I usually do, but because Among Us has really got its kind of claws into me, and I've been enjoying
There
playing
you
and
go.
streaming in that a lot. That's been the main reason.
There you go.
So, where did you put that, Tanya?
In Zoom
Oh,
chat, but I can also put
Okay.
it in.
Oh,
Discord.
so should I just copy this and put
Yep.
it in? Okay.
Yeah, and just do.
I'll
like
come up
DC.
with like a more clever command or something at some point. But for right now, this is good. Thank you.
No problem.
All right.
Anyone
there
who
we
is familiar with gaming with friends, this is basically everybody
What's
sitting
the
down at the
command you
table and
guys
getting
use?
their snacks.
It wasn't a command. It was just a copy and paste thing that
Yeah.
that
But
Tanya
what
put
do you
in
set
the Zoom
it,
chat.
the Nightbot, so people can chat?
Oh,
That's what I wanna do.
DC Cast.
DC Cast?
Yes, Dungeon Crossing.
Oh,
Cast.
right, I see. Cool.
And if you do just Dungeon Crossing, it just tells you about the show in my chat.
Okay.
Hi everyone, this is the things you normally don't get to see.
It's
How is everyone
exclusive
doing?
behind the scenes content?
Indeed.
or in front of the scenes in this case.
Yes.
So totally all the scenes.
So this is the stuff that you should think about before you decide you want to become a streamer.
The mystery revealed.
It's kind of comforting to know that even the top streamers often start their streams like this. Like even the Lupos and the of the world are like, oh, what's going on with my Discord or whatever.
Oh, every time.
There's never any point at which you become immune to this stuff.
How do I spell merengue?
It's on the screen. MARENGHI.
Oh, is it MAR?
Okay,
I'm spelling it meringue.
Meringue?
It's not meringue, and it's not merengue.
So you're spelling it like the pie?
I was spelling it like the pie.
No, I want pie.
There's either the pie, the dance.
I will make pie.
In this case, though, my character is named after Garth Marenghi, a legendary horror novelist.
Of Dark
I thought
Place.
you just really liked pie.
I'm sorry.
I mean that's also
now
true.
I've got to go watch Dark Place now. That is always
Dark
a
Place
hoot.
is essential Halloween
Oh,
viewing
it's
every
so
year.
good.
You got to do it.
Which movie?
It's a TV series called Dark Place. Have you ever seen it, Shannon?
I haven't.
Oh my god, I've got to send it to you. It's the best.
It's a perfect spoof of the anthology series that were introduced by the author, and like the character that he plays, Garth Marenghi. It's like he's just a writer who's so full of himself.
He's
that
like
he had
this
to star.
terrible schlock horror author who's written dozens and dozens of awful horror books.
Oh,
My
dear.
favorite quote of his is he says, "I'm one of the few authors you'll meet who's written more books than they've read." and his books are just awful. And the essential gag of the show is that, like, back in the 80s, he made this short-lived, really bad supernatural hospital drama where he's like a ghost-busting doctor in this haunted hospital, and but the show is so astonishingly amateurishly bad that it's just hilarious. And I'll send you a link to it.
Really?
Once you watch one episode, you'll end up watching all of them. You'll be hooked. They're so good.
Gary, I have plans tonight, and that's what I'm doing.
All right, I'm gonna find you a link right now and get it to you.
All right. How close are we to being good, since we do have to cut it short today with everyone?
I'm ready to go.
Let's do it.
All right. Before we really get started, Danny, can you do a quick check on I Need Diverse Games and see if we're hosting, please? But yeah. Hi, we're finally ready to go. Welcome to Streaming 101. This was not planned. We're back after 2 weeks and me being over encumbered with a lot of life stuff going on. I'm your DM, Cypher Tier. And instead of rambling a lot and talking about everything we do, we'll leave that till the end. I'm going to start with introductions. Who are you and what do you remember from last episode? Because it has been a couple weeks. I'm going to start with Brian, who, at least for me, is to my right. That way.
Hi, everyone. I am Brian, aka Urban Bohemian. And I remember nothing. Our party was completely innocent of anything anyone might accuse us of. We stumbled across some dead bodies, and we have no idea how they got there. We was just chilling, honestly.
He was just chilling.
We were just chilling. That's my excuse in Among Us every time. Hey, I was just chilling.
Lord.
It doesn't work as often as I would like.
Let me find the clip of consequences from last time, and I'll post that in the chat for people.
Oh, good idea.
I put it on the tweet. So
oh, sweet. Let me go find it.
Note.
It legit did. But I'll let other people say what they remember.
All right, Shannon, who are you? What do you do? Who do you play?
My name is Shannon Woodward. I'm a human woman and an actor. You might know me from The Last of Us or Westworld or Raising Hope, or maybe just from here. And I play Barb, who's a barbarian dwarf, and she's no nonsense, but she's got a big heart. And she's a good bamboozler.
She is. She's the best. She's the best bamboozler.
Who's next?
Adam.
I'm Adam.
You
That
sure?
took a while.
The questions get harder as we go.
I was
Adam.
like, are you sure? Are you sure?
Oh,
That's
nice sunfish.
I just need to, you know,
Look
I
at his
just want to.
sunfish shirt.
I
Oh
just
yeah,
wanna-
wait, is that official merch?
Yeah.
What the hell? You got merch before me. You've been doing this 5 minutes.
He blind sent me a shirt with his face on it.
Oh god.
Shannon, that shirt is beautiful. It's limited edition. I don't want you talking smack about it. So I am Adam. You can find me at twitch.tv/Nickervision. I play Smoop. I am a mostly obnoxious changeling bard, and I really do my best. Well, I'm going to do my best into the future here to not touch things,
I think
because
that's
apparently
a
touching
wise-
things is
a
bad
wise
for me.
move.
Touching things can be bad.
So my new strategy is to not touch,
Good job.
as opposed to
I think it's going to work out for you. Give it a try.
Cypher still doesn't look convinced that it's a good strategy either.
I met you. Not
Oh, you don't
literally, but we-
believe.
Oh, no. Adam, you're going to be the player that 10 years down the road tells the story of Smoop and how Smoop died because he wasn't touching things.
Yeah.
All right. And I'm your DM. I'm playing all the unfortunate souls this group runs into, or fortunate souls, depending on who you ask. And Brian or anyone else who remembers more about what we did, because I had to go back and look myself. I have no shame in saying I'd forgotten what we did until about 2 hours ago.
I
So
can. I think I recounted on the stream this morning as well.
And I'm Gary.
oh,
Yeah,
Gary,
we
you
knocked
didn't
it together.
talk.
Yeah, like
I didn't. I was waiting for you to introduce me.
Oh, Gary, we have Gary Whitta, writer of Book of Eli, fabulous animal talking host, and also
Yes.
murderer.
Murderer
Among Us.
extraordinaire. Yes. Animal Talking's coming back very soon, by the way. Stay tuned for a
Ooh.
Halloween special. Excited about that. And in Dungeon Crossing, I play Merengue, who is a grumpy aquatic half-elf paladin with a dark past and on a search for redemption. And what I remember, Tanya, is I don't know if we mentioned this already, but finding when we went into that kind of abandoned village, finding like a sole survivor, mysterious orcish lass who
Yes.
came with us. And when we found those dead orcish bodies, the ones that we had killed in a previous episode,
Yep.
there was
Yep.
one whose head I had carved open with a melon baller.
allegedly.
The one that Archon set on fire and forced him to laugh himself to death.
Allegedly.
There's no allegedly about it. We were all there.
It's like, I
And
was there.
when she saw that, she was distraught, and I think a few of us were concerned about whether or not she would point the finger at us for that, and that's where we ended, I think.
I will simply say, rewatching that clip to put captions on it, the like watching the slow, palpable discomfort slowly grow on our faces as you are reading this, and we're just like, okay, yeah.
Well, Shannon's streaming room got a really nice upgrade, by the way.
Oh, nice.
It's very impressive.
Oh.
Yeah, you can just Google streaming room and put it on a green screen, and it's not
so
only is
much
it funny,
easier
but
than
it
what
looks
I've been
great.
doing.
I'm totally gonna steal that idea.
You've got the nano
Do
lens
it.
lights. You got the ultra wide monitor that looks like the.
By the way,
Logitech
you
chair.
can find
You've
all
got it
kinds
all.
of streaming rooms.
You've got it all.
Thank goodness for them, their internets.
Right? I'm like, damn, I need that set up.
Right?
Wait, I'm not gaming. I can lean back.
How about now? Oh, sorry.
No, you're good. No, I was going to buy some nano leaves. Those things are so
They
expensive.
really are.
Yeah,
what?
they're really cute though.
The lights on
The triangle-y light
yeah,
things that
the kind
everyone
of
has.
geometric lights. They're like
You know the
streamers
ones
like
you have
them, but they're-
$200 worth in behind you,
Yeah,
Shannon.
they're really
But
expensive.
yeah, no, of course. I just forget. I put them up so long ago.
You know,
Oh my God.
this
Yeah,
isn't
and
even.
here I
Like,
am.
we're not even on her main rig, as you can see. Like,
Right.
you know,
Yeah, this is my just chatting setup.
Oh,
Coffee
I
talk is what I call it.
Coffee toy.
can't stand you.
Cheers.
Oh my
You
God.
The
know,
just chatting setup.
Well, if we're going to play it all today,
Please, let's play.
Yeah, let's go.
Yes.
Let's get into it.
go on in there.
I believe Brian has recapped us. We've all had our terrible moment. Oh, just a quick note: we are going to end earlier than usual today, even with all like our shenaniganry and tech problems, because I am actually doing a panel during the summit that Twitch Attention and USC is doing called a race unfinished business race in America. So at 1 p.m. Pacific, 3 Central, I'll be on a panel about race and nerd culture with Baratinda Thurston, Anthony Otero, and God, I can't remember the moderator's name, but I have a tweet scheduled to go out once we're live. So if you go over to ATTNDOTCOM, that's where I'll be for an hour. We'll be talking about nerdiness and race. So I'm sure the chat will behave and they'll be great. And that's entirely sarcasm because I watched the chat yesterday. So we will be ending, we'll have a shorter session today. Next week is up in the air because Brian and I are going to be at Roll20Con playing Star Trek. And
Cool.
Oh,
and
wow.
so I'm doing a short game of a Star Trek one shot with the rest of the rivals of Waterdeep, except for Brandon, who's running his Scarathon next weekend. So he won't be with us on Rivals or at Roll20Con. So just so you're not like, oh my God, why is today's episode so short? That's why. And we'll remind you when we end. So today's going to be a little shorter, maybe a little more action-packed, depending on what happens.
Tanya, you're
And
like
then,
the hardest working geek in show business.
Look, unless somebody's willing to give me money for me to do projects without having to hustle, that's all I can do. Because while Into the Motherlands is great and Twitch funded it, most of that money went right back to the production. I barely got to pay myself. So yeah. All
right, let's get into let's do some Dungeons and Dragonsing.
Yes.
Dungeons.
I like dungeons and dragons, as it turns
And
out.
dragons. Yeah.
Oh, you said you like dragons,
And
Gary.
I even like ampersands. So like I'm covered every which way.
Goodness. We're here for your punctuation fetishes. Got it. Cool.
I mean, Gary is the number one suspect of all time.
Yeah, just eject me now. I'm used like wherever it doesn't matter what game we're playing. I could be playing Fall Guys and I'll get blown out the airlock.
I don't know. Depending on what you tell Penny, that could happen.
Yeah, it
So-
could well
I
happen.
distinctly remember from last session, let's not let Merengue do the talking.
Well, either way, so with all that said, today's session starts where we left off. And you all have come back to the Shrine of Savras and this abandoned fortress. And it's only been a couple days, so all of the orc bodies that you left there, except for the 2 orcs that were fighting and just kept going like cartoon fighting people, they're now wandered off somewhere. If the spells weren't off, they are nowhere near the fortress. And Penny, to your dismay and chagrin, realized that she knows these orcs. And she was letting out a terrible howl of grief as she recognized her cousin.
Oh my god, it was her cousin?
Yes.
One of them was her cousin.
And you all had this horrible moment of recognition and staring each other, and then Penny when we ended last time. So now that you know, you have murdered the relative of this lovely young lady who has been nothing but helpful to you. What are you gonna do?
I'd like to ask a question. Are we just taking group responsibility for this, or should we figure out who personally killed this particular cousin? Because if it was the one that I melon balled, then I might feel particularly guilty.
That's up to you.
Might?
That's
I honestly don't feel
But-
guilty at all because it was self-defense. I'm just worried that Penny, the orcish lass, is going to become a problem if she realizes that we did this.
Yeah. So that's where today's dilemma begins. All of you have decisions to make, and this is a test of your moral compass. All of you.
Does Penny the orc suspect any of us at this point? Is she looking at us in an accusing way or anything?
Right now she's still kind of having a moment of grief about her cousin. But it's not gonna be like a movie where she sits there and like screams at the sky forever. So at some point she is gonna look at you all and see what you're doing. Because your reaction is gonna inform a lot of what she does and what you say.
Would this be, I have a game question. Would this be an appropriate time, for example, a character like me who has a +3 deception, to roll that and say like, oh no, who could have done this? And see if that kind of takes the stink off of us? Like, would she believe that, would there be a way to make us seem innocent so that we don't have to deal with her worrying about her thinking we did this?
Just that would I think that would backfire.
If it fails, it could.
That's a good point. It could fail.
You know what? I'm going to do what I normally do, which is out of character. This would be a moment, and it's a little metagamey. But imagine if you were writing a script and you had really inept villains, and they walked in and the police discovered a burglary, and they went, "Oh no, it wasn't us. We weren't here." What would the police have to do in the scene if you were writing this as a novel?
But that's not quite what's happening here, though. Like we've all stumbled upon these orcs, and all we have to do is act like we don't know what happened here, right? That would be perfectly natural.
True, but if you say, "Oh no, what could have happened here?"
I mean, I'm kind of overdoing it for dramatic effects, but like if we're just gonna play innocent.
So you want to play cool?
Yeah, I just want to chill.
What about out of character? What about if we killed her?
I'm getting some real episode 1 Merengue vibes right now.
You
Why
could
don't we just
try.
kill everyone?
I mean,
there's 4 of us.
That's also an option.
It's an option, but okay.
I feel like she could be an asset going forward. I don't want to, and she doesn't even suspect us yet.
All right, just putting it on the table.
Hey, Adam, I've got an idea. Why don't you accuse me? You're good at that.
Okay, now that's quite enough of you kids. Don't make me separate
To be fair,
you two.
that was my next line of
Yeah, I thought so.
So yeah, we totally have options. We like it, in game we can say nothing. We can try and act surprised. We can prepare for an attack, or we can fess up. There's a lot of options.
I like Adam. I'm sorry, Brian's idea. Rather than like be overly demonstrative about who could have done. Let's just hang back and see what Penny does. Let's just wait and see.
Well, so do you all know your course of action?
I mean, we have to decide as a group, right? We've got various.
No, you don't have to decide as a group. All 4 of you can do individual things if you so choose.
So Merengue's just going to hang back, and Penny's having her private moment of grief here, which I don't think we should intrude upon. Like, I'm just hanging back and being respectful and letting her kind of work through her process here of discovering her dead cousin and just waiting to see what happens next. I'm playing it cool.
All right. Barb and Smoop and Archon.
I think that's the right move. Like, if she's having her moment here, like, there's not going to be any reason she's going to immediately suspect us, I don't think, unless she finds all my daggers in that one orc.
That are those trademark daggers? Are those very distinctive?
TM.
Couldn't tell you. They just say dagger. That's all I know. There's no specialness to the daggers. They were like Walmart brand daggers. You just buy a pack of 10 daggers, and then you got the daggers.
Can you buy daggers in packs of 10 at Walmart? I mean, maybe you can.
Probably. You could probably buy hunting knives in a pack of 6. Now that I'm
anything
thinking
about
it. Yeah. Engraved with Smoop's name. I like that. Because Smoop would be that vein, I think. Smoop was here. Murder by Smoop. I could see that happening.
There's a whole brand of like Smoop merch out there. Smoop gonna Smoop.
Yeah. Archon is essentially is not saying anything and just slightly mirroring Penny's shock, but not like just like this is clearly a somber moment and he's not fucking with the mood.
Okay. Barbara, what are you doing? You've been very quiet.
Yeah, I'm just gonna wait and watch this play out and see what
Yeah.
she thinks.
I think as a group, the
Okay.
Sunfish is just kind of hanging back and being respectful and seeing how Penny, like after her grief passes, let's see what she does.
Okay. Well, her grief is not past, but after a while, she does lay her cousin down very gently, and she scrubs at her face, and after a while, she turns and looks at all of you. You had to pass this way to get here, didn't you? To get to the town, you had to pass by here, didn't you?
Gary, you're not making that face in the game, are you?
No,
Like-
no, this is an IRL face, which Penny the Orc cannot see this face. Merengue's far more
Okay.
disciplined. He's not going like,
I'm
Yikes.
gonna just TM all y'all. Don't let me answer first because Brian likes drama. So if somebody else is gonna speak up, they better because I like drama.
I mean, this is the moment to shine if you like Archon. You are a charismatic fellow.
I'm ready. I'm ready to like just drop the game. Like, yeah, we did. No, I'm not that bad, but
I mean, it could be interesting. We do have to end early today, so
true.
I don't want to
Um,
get into a fight with this orcish lass.
well, people in hell would like ice water, Gary, and they don't always get it.
Because that bread was so good. That bread was
I
good
have
though.
+3 deception and +6 persuasion. I feel like Merengue, I would yes, we did pass this way, but none of this was here when we passed by. Like this must have happened after we came through here. We're as shocked and surprised by this as you are. You know, the whole village was abandoned. Maybe it's connected to that in some way, but like we have no idea what happened here. That's I feel like that's the only way forward here.
Oh my God, you still have to give me a deception because the timetable doesn't add up. Because to get to the town where you talked to her, it's not that long of a walk, and they wouldn't have been dead that long. So it's not going to add up if that's your story.
I mean, I mean, does she have like CSI forensic skills or something? Like, how does she know how long these orcs have been dead?
So I did write up a character sheet for Penny.
I mean, yeah,
Yeah.
my
She has a very high passive perception.
my assumption was that anybody who's traveling on her own between villages, like with just baked and a sword, I'm like, I kind of assume she's not that. She's not that.
I feel like we just have to tough this out and hope that we can persuade her. Because if we admit that we did this, it can only go one way.
So we're waiting on you
I-
rolling for deception.
Should I
Is
roll?
that-
You can roll for deception, yeah.
Why can't I roll for persuasion where I have a bigger bonus? What's the difference?
Sure. All right, you
Which-
can roll for
yeah.
persuasion.
Okay. This is a very significant roll. Animal Crossing D20. Do not let me down.
Oh my goodness! Here we
Here
go.
we go. I got an 11 plus 6.
Let's see.
You can tell
I'm
Tanya's
going
not happy. She really wanted me to crit fail that one. I can
Should have
sense it.
crit fail.
I
Wow.
I just want there to be a little bit of just a little bit of
Want
drama.
some action?
It's early. It's early.
No one said I wanted you to crit fail, but I did not also not tell you the DC you had to beat.
Oh God.
Shannon's wandering around. Is that
What?
Shannon? Is that your Joy-Con? Are you
yeah.
just drifting? Shannon,
That's my drift.
Just drifting off.
Tokyo drift over here.
Janet, no, Barb is like, this is gonna go bad. I'm out.
She's like, what?
This is that player that it's like, you know what? I gotta take a bathroom break. I'll sort this out. Bye.
I just want to acknowledge how shallow it is of me that I'm jealous of Shannon's streaming room, even though I know it's fake.
It's okay. You see the living
I mean,
room.
I have some feels myself.
Gary,
I'll be honest.
Gary, you should see the file folder I have. Of
Oh,
all
I can
these.
imagine. Oh my God.
Okay. Anyway, what did he beat it?
I got a 17. I don't know what Tanya's doing yet.
I rolled, and that did not work because your NPC is higher than you and has very high passive perception, and you would have had to beat a really high wisdom, or I'm sorry, check against her.
Okay, so if 17 was not good enough, what would have been good enough to win that for me?
Either a natural or a dirty 20.
Oh my God. Okay.
'Cause
She
that's a
is
big
higher.
lie.
Well, and she's also higher level than you, and The way, normally I would never tell players this, but since we are learning to play D&D, the way that I wrote her up, she is to you, she is the lovely, sweet baker lass. But in other words, Penny stays strapped up. She is not out here by herself, roaming the countryside and not aware and not ready to fight and ready to defend herself. She's taken some blood. So, and she's grown up like kind of the tomboy amongst her family. So she's had to learn how to learn some skills that you probably wouldn't assume she'd know, especially since you think, oh, she's this lovely baker girl. Oh no, Penny's strapped up. She's ready.
Okay. So is it possible we've made things worse here by trying to deny it if she doesn't believe us?
Maybe. Were you raising your hand, Shannon?
No.
You're just
fixing my mic. Yeah.
Oh, I was like, it's like, do we have
It's the invisible microphone.
Yeah, here in my streaming room we have floating mics. So.
Oh, I'm sorry. Do you have like those nice ones on a track in the ceiling?
They come down.
Yeah.
I just snap.
Shannon's got the new Logitech anti-grav mics that aren't on the market yet.
Dang.
I'm anxious to hear what our companion says in response to Gary's 17.
Yeah. I thought 17 would be pretty good. I guess not.
Normally it would be, but she is a higher level NPC. Remember, you all are just level 5. You are we. And again, she is putting 2 and 2 together that these people that showed up in her town and you had to pass there, and it wasn't enough time for these bodies to not be dead when you left. She's not stupid, but she's not like flipping out yet.
Conceptually, it's a huge lie. Like that was basically you gambled on a huge lie.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm starting to wonder if it might have been more sensible to own up to it and say, but look, they attacked us. It was self-defense. There's nothing we could do. Maybe honesty would have been a better policy. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So Penny like leans back and she crosses her arms and stares down at all of you. Look, I know that you met what you thought was like a nice young lass, that bakes and hangs out in the woods. And then she like tucks her like not her waistcoat, like her coat back, and you see the butt of a gun. She has pistols. Pistols are canon in D&D, by the way. And she just shows that, and she's like, I know that orcs have terrible reputations. And I know that my cousin and his buddies were out here guarding whatever's in this empty fortress. And I'd hope that you wouldn't have just attacked them first. So you get one chance.
We did not attack them first. Sorry.
Yeah, hit it, Barb.
Go, Bob.
I tried to sneak. Sneaking was the top priority. We did not look for conflict here. They ambushed us, and we had no choice but to fight.
Which has the benefit of being true. For what?
I'm a bad sneaker.
Try not to laugh as this character. I'm so sorry. Because she's not laughing.
Yeah, if Archon's cracking up in the background, this is not helping this very delicate moment.
Sorry, no, I'm keeping it in there. Just
And she looks down at Barb. You don't seem like one that would tell a lie like that.
Literally never.
And she's still tapping the butt of that gun.
Noted.
What about those 3? They don't particularly seem... They seem like they'd fight anything at the drop of a hat.
I mean, normally that is true.
Not on my watch.
Yeah, and there are individuals among us, myself included, are usually very blade happy. But as a group, we're actually quite disciplined. And I can tell you, hand on heart, that what Bob tells you is true. We weren't looking for a fight. We really did try to sneak past this shrine and we got discovered, and the orcs rolled on us, and we had to defend ourselves, and we're not happy about it. We feel pretty bad about it, actually. Sorry.
Well, not bad enough to just leave their bodies out here for the crows and the animals, were you?
I mean, we're not familiar with orcish burial rituals. For all we know, that could be a, no pun intended, grave insult. If we were to, Archon in the background, if we were to, maybe that's not an appropriate way to deal with a dead orcish body. We don't know. We're not experts on your culture.
With all due respect, I'm a barbarian. I'm not good at tact.
You're doing better than them.
I'm trying.
Bob, she seems to be warming to you way more than any of us. I think you should probably take the lead here in trying to keep Penny on
Smoop
side.
and Archon haven't even said anything. So,
Yeah.
wow.
Yeah.
I feel like it's best I let everyone else do the talking
Good instinct,
in this
Smoop.
situation.
Good instinct.
Smoop with the personal growth. I'm liking it.
Smoop has learned the hard way. Well, we're not animals. We just don't leave our dead out in the street.
What would you like us to do?
Well, if there's any kind of utility closet, we should bury them.
I think we should
I'd like to
offer
go
to
look.
help Penny bury her dead. That seems like the least we can do.
Absolutely.
Can I go looking in the shrine?
Sure. And meanwhile, I'll find a spot.
Are we?
I'll meet you with the
Would we?
utility
Is there any way that we could dig some graves with what we have on us, or would we need to find specific tools?
I think we just need to go inside and get
Okay.
the...
Yeah, there's got to be.
I
there's got to
mean,
be like a shed or something.
Unless you want to destroy your weapons trying to dig in the dirt.
I have a shovel.
Do
Why
you?
do you have a shovel?
I have a shot.
I don't know.
I don't think
It's
you
in
can
my
just- I don't-
equipment.
I don't think
Oh,
you
wait
can-
a second. We might have.
Can
Yeah,
you
let me
just,
check.
can
my-
you just
my-
decide that you have a shovel?
I might have
No, it's in his
adventures.
equipment.
Oh,
might
Yeah,
have
like I
adventures
have it
stuff.
on my character sheet for some
Do you
reason.
really? Oh, that's brilliant.
I don't know why. It's 5 pounds.
All right, get to digging.
Get digging. Well, yeah. Well, thanks for volunteering, Smoop.
I passed the shovel
no.
to Merengue.
No. You see her tap that gun. And she's like, oh no. All of you get digging.
All right, I'll dig with my shovel. Y'all can dig with your hands.
I'm going to go to the utility closet and get more shovels.
Okay.
Yeah, let's see if we can
That
find
sounds
that.
like a plan.
Yeah,
I'll supervise
perfectly
Smoop.
fine.
Make sure he's digging it properly.
Oh, when she sees you do that, she nods at the ground. She's like, you're not exempt. Besides, strapping lass like you, this should be no problem. The least you can do is at least dig a nice grave for them.
Who is Penny talking to right now?
To Merengue.
Oh,
When you said that you were,
You said strapping lass. I wasn't sure.
oh, lad, sorry.
I am a
Sorry.
strapping lad, and I have dug quite a lot of holes in my time.
Really? You
Yeah.
mean like this?
So some might say I've been digging my own grave all my life, and so I am an expert in this area.
Oh,
I obviously don't have any appropriate tools. If Barb can find a shovel, I'll happily assist with the digging.
All right, I'm gonna roll and see how many shovels Barb finds. It will likely be enough shovels.
You have a shield. Does Merengue have a shield?
Good
Oh
question.
God. Barb has found a utility closet with like a dozen shovels. You all
Welp.
have a shovel.
Ooh,
It turns out it's a shovel factory.
it's a panoply of shovels.
I thought it was the Shrine of Savras, not the Shrine of Shovels, but okay.
I mean, Savras could mean shovel in some language. You don't know.
That's right.
The God of Shovels. Okay, so
Are those shovels better than my shovel?
Does that mean that the orcs that we killed might have been shovel knights?
wow.
Oh.
Why are you going to make it worse for us? Why are you doing this?
You know, humor can often diffuse tense situations, Archon.
So, I mean, I don't know. It's a shovel. I
Right.
mean, are you going to keep a shovel, Smoop? Are you trying to
No,
upgrade your
just-
shovel?
Like if it was a better like let's say it was like, I don't know, a diamond shovel, they're more effective. They dig faster.
Let's just say we're all picking the most effective shovel we can find for the grave
Yeah.
digging. How about that?
I'm sorry, it's an abandoned mine, not a rave. What do you mean diamond shovel? That doesn't even exist.
Okay.
I'm just like a diamond shovel. And if there was a shovel, let's just humor you here. If there was a shovel made of diamonds, it probably will be encased in a glass in somewhere as like the trophy to end all trophies of some miner hitting a giant vein of diamonds or something.
There would be a
I'm not
major
gonna-
quest, like the quest for
Look.
the diamond shovel or something.
Let's not lie. You know, Swarovski has covered a shovel in like crystals before, so let's be real. Okay.
Yeah, he may have just bedazzled his shovel.
Guys,
Guess I'm
there's
the
a
only one
dragon
who
on
played
the loose. We gotta
Minecraft.
get to digging and get moving.
I was like, could y'all? Yeah,
Bob,
we're
please pass,
digging.
Bob,
we're
please,
digging.
please pass out the shovels so that we can get on with
Yep,
this. And
I'm
get
passing
digging.
out the shovels.
Okay.
I'm digging. We gotta get on the move. We
Yeah,
got
let's
a
get on with
dragon
this.
on our,
I'm digging.
on
I'm
our
digging.
heels.
I'm digging like my life depended on it. I'm digging like Billy.
Oh, it does. Because right now, Penny has like laid everyone out very respectfully, close their eyes, cross their arms, because like it hasn't been long enough for rigor mortis to properly set in. And she's now standing there, like tapping her fingers on the butt of this pistol, watching all of you.
And we're all
'Cause she-
digging.
Yes.
Okay.
How many? Yeah, I don't remember how many.
There were 7 orcs altogether, I think.
okay.
7? Yeah,
so,
7.
So it's 5 bodies because the 2 did their thing.
Yes. Yes.
And
So,
did they each
we're
get their
just-
own grave, or are we all just
we're-
dumping them into a pit?
No, we're all getting their own.
We're
grave.
all getting their own grave. Just
Oh my
just
God.
Dig.
Stop talking. Keep digging.
If you dump them
Digger
in a
will be
mass
here
grave,
forever.
Because you are digging your own hole in a different way there.
Like I said, it's my specialty. Is digging
I mean-
metaphorical holes for myself.
So just for those that are watching and just for the players' edification, for those that don't know, the Wildmount or Wildemount guide, I have critical role content enabled. And so our Orcus Lash is actually from Exandria and is a gunslinger.
Wait, are we now in a critical role crossover content scenario
No.
here?
No. There's just there is a official critical role D&D book, and on D&D Beyond you can enable or disable critical role content.
Okay.
So Exandria is the world that Matt built. So you can actually say that there's a class of orcs that is from Exandria.
Okay.
So she is an orc away from home, but Penny stays strapped up because Exandria is not a nice place. So she is not as simple of an orcish baker lass as you might seem.
Okay. How are we getting on with the digging here? Is this something we need to roll on, or are we just dig until
No.
we're done?
I'm not going to make you all roll to dig. But it takes about 20 minutes or so because, the earth it's not like hard packed earth where you'd have to like need a high strength to dig into the earth. But you get the graves done. Penny takes care of her cousin, and the rest of you lay an orc to rest. And she does join in with covering the graves. And she actually puts their swords in the ground. That isn't for her. It's a custom. She doesn't bury them with their swords. She puts their sword in the ground and a bit of like something from their armor and ties it around the hilt. And once all of the bodies are buried, she actually kind of waves you all away so she can have a moment to herself. And she kneels down and she spends a few minutes praying for her friends and family. And when she's done, it seems like you can sense the grief on her and the anger. And it's kind of changed how she's presenting herself to you, because when she stands up and turns around, this isn't a nice, sweet young lady who bakes and delivers goods to her orcish friends. This is the gunslinger that is like, this is now necessity versus I thought I could trust you all. So she'll travel with you, but she has definitely changed her mind about you.
Okay. So we averted disaster at least.
For now.
So have we buried them now?
Yes, everyone's buried. She has said prayers for the dead in Orcish, and she is staring at all of you. It's like, well, we should get going.
Let's walk.
Let's. We're continuing back toward. What is our destination at this point? Are we going back to the mine?
Our initial plan was to go back to the mine to try and enlist the were-rats assistance, because we don't exactly know what happened to everybody in the orc village. We just know that dragon happened and they all beat it.
Okay. All right.
Because remember, you found the dead
on.
orcs. Because remember, on your way to the mine, you found the dead orcs. It was clear that they had been attacked by a dragon, and then you found out more about the dragon's lair that Penny told you about, and with the group of hunters or young men that went to go look for it, and they thought they were going to like go get the dragon's hoard or whatever, and they've not come back, and everyone just left this town after the orcs did all this to take it from were-rats. So you're like, y'all just like up and left, like an alarm went off. Everybody said, I'm out. So now you're trying to figure out where are the orcs, what's up with the dragon, and Gunslinger Penny is like, well, I guess I need help. But now it's very much I'm gonna help you far as I can, and then we out. Like, go your way, I'm gonna go my way.
I'm just trying to figure out what our plan is here. Like, how do we imagine the were-rats are going to help us? Do we think they might know something, or are we just trying to enlist them as like muscle for?
Yeah, we need manpower. We gotta go fight the dragon.
Okay.
You basically need a party. You need a fighting group that can go get back to the town. The were-rats probably want to like check out what's left of their town, get weapons, get what they need to, and try to come to some accord instead of this back and forth stealing of places, of property. But the biggest threats, basically like the enemy of my enemy is my friend at this moment. Maybe.
Our big plan was to try and figure out some way to settle the whole Hatfield McCoy thing they had going on. And it looks like the easiest way to do that might be, hey, dragon, look over there.
Yeah, this dragon might end up actually being the thing that brings these two warring factions together.
Yes. And so, you hopefully will find these missing orcs alive. Hopefully the were-rats that are working for Don John Raskin will be okay with going to fight. Not all of them are not going to go fight, obviously, because one, not all of them are fighters, and two, the mine still has to run because they are employed, they're getting paid. So the goal, at least for today, since we are going to run a little shorter on time, is to try to make sure the were-rats don't attack her on sight because she is an orc, and B, make sure that everyone has equipment, they have food, they get a night's rest, and you head back out to the town, maybe this time with horses. You don't have to walk all this way, and you don't have to go through the mine again, because remember, you had to travel through the mine and had some adventure, and maybe face off against a dragon before we end what seems to be our first season. So right now you are headed back toward the mine. It's about maybe another hour and a half walk. Are any of you trying to chat? Are any of you trying to talk to Penny, or are you all kind of leaving her alone?
I'm giving her space, so I'm not going to rock the boat.
I am checking with Merengue how he's feeling, because I'm wondering if that beef jerky is bothering him yet.
No, it still hasn't come back to bite me, but there's a couple of episodes left to go. I think Cypher might be saving that for the season finale. An explosive
diarrhea.
An explosive season finale, I'm sure.
And Merengue just spent the rest of combat out in an outhouse.
No, right now, listen. Right now, I'm good. I'm Merengue's a little bit tired from all of the digging, a little bit emotionally tired from the awkwardness of that scenario back there, and averting what could have been disaster.
It was very awkward.
Averted by Barb's diplomacy. And I just want to get back to this. I want to get back to the mine without incident. Honestly, I really just want to get on with it.
Is anyone going to talk about the fact that Brian said it's awkward?
I mean, it is awkward.
No.
It's very awkward.
Brian said it's awkward.
Oh, geez. Okay. All right. Are we getting puns? All right.
Yeah.
Getting fantastic.
Yeah.
I don't know, like what is there to talk about on the way there?
I mean, you don't have to. I'm just saying it's going to be a very awkward, cold hour or so. So yeah.
I ask Barb what her hometown was like.
I don't want to talk about it right now.
That's not what I was
This isn't the time for small talk, Smoot.
I just
Now's not the time for small talk. After we murder people's not the time for small talk. When's the time for small talk, Merengue?
Did you say after we murder people's not the time
Yeah, well
for
done.
small
Yeah, well
talk
done,
out
Smoot.
loud?
Yeah, why don't you say that a little bit louder so Penny?
I don't know why we're
heard you.
tossing around the word murder. Like, is orcs you murder? Self-defense.
Yeah,
it's murdering everybody out here.
It's not appropriate to have small talk after you self-defense some orcs to death.
Self-defense.
Let's put it that way.
What is the right word?
We self-defense them.
I guess murdered.
Yeah,
is not
I don't
the
know. I
word,
just know it's not murder.
But no, when we get back to the mines, what's our plan? We're going to have to talk to the were-rats. We're showing up with an orc who they're not going to be happy to see.
We're going to have to convince them that they're going to need to work together to deal with this dragon, which is a common. It's a problem for both of them. It's in their own interests to put their differences aside, even temporarily, to come together and deal with this dragon.
True. I mean, for the sake of not making this any more awkward or awkward, God, I can't believe I actually said that without tripping over it. Then it has to be you all get to the mine fairly quickly, and the problem you're going to have is you brought an orc with you. There are were-rats, enemies, and the two were-rats that guard the entrance to the mine are like, you weren't supposed to bring an orc back with you. And you didn't work out any elaborate plan to make it seem like she's a prisoner or anything. She just walking up, guns out, not out, but you can see that she's armed. So yeah.
Sorry, are we back at the mine now, or are we talking about what's gonna happen when we get there?
You are back at the mine because nobody felt like small talk. There's no point in dragging out the. This isn't Lord of the Rings, so I'm not going to describe like every blade of grass and tree that you passed on the way there.
Potato.
No lens flares, thank you.
No lens flares, no long meandering.
No potato chat.
Nah.
See, it's like, hi, remember us, door inspectors? Yeah.
Oh yeah, do you remember the door inspectors? Remember that bullshit?
Because like they're like, you don't even know why. You have no idea why we're here or why we left. You can't even be like, you were supposed to go. No, you ain't know who we were supposed to come back with. You don't know.
I can no longer keep track of all the lies we've been telling.
Look, you burn down a door, you come up with a fast lie. All I'm saying.
Oh yeah, well the burned door and all that is on the
right.
other side. This is like you're walking back in the front door, like you came back to the hotel after a long day of being a tourist.
Technically,
right,
she burped down that door.
The burn door was like the last room before we actually ended up like leaving.
I forgot about door inspectors. Sorry, that's just too funny.
Yeah, but remember you had to like make your way out through the mine, and the way that you exited was like the opposite side of the mine.
Mm-hmm.
So the way you're coming back now is like the way that you entered that very first time when you brought Don John Raskin to the mine, like you were.
Oh, we've gone around. Oh, so we've gone.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, in that case, then yeah, I would say, go get. Archon simply says, yeah, we brought back company, and we're gonna need to talk to your leader, and I'm not talking about the human.
Yes, bring us the chief were-rat.
And they both look at you and the group of you and at your orcish friends like, so you threw in with the orcs then, huh?
Well, we didn't have a lot of choice. We've been trying to help you out, in all fairness. We went to your village. Your village has been abandoned. we had to kill a bunch of orcs to get there, which really should be in the plus column for you people. And we weren't happy about it, Penny, as we've said before. We weren't thrilled about having to kill those orcs. We're trying to make the best of a bad situation here. None of this was supposed to happen. We've been dealt a crappy hand, and we're playing the cards that we have, which is this dragon is a threat to all of us, orc and were-rat alike. And the only way that we're going to sort this situation out is if you can put your petty feuds aside for 5 minutes and work together, and then you can go back to killing each other and being enemies. But for right now, let's deal with this dragon. What do you say?
So, Merengue, as you talked about murdering orcs.
Self-defensing orcs.
Nah, that's not what you said.
No, I said we had to kill. I said we had to kill a bunch of orcs to get here. Smoop's the only one who said murder. Don't try to catch me on a legal technicality. I can have a court reporter read it back to you.
Are you really trying?
You're going to hear from Sunfish Legal.
Yeah.
All right, so are you sassing the DM?
I'm not sassing the DM. I'm standing up for myself because I know what I said, and I did not say I murdered any orcs.
All right, so you had to kill orcs, is what you said.
I had to. We didn't. And that's the key phrase. We did not choose to kill any orcs. We had to kill a bunch of orcs to get as far as we've come because the orcs attacked us, and we were forced to defend ourselves.
Okay. Oh, and I was going to do something terrible to you, but no, I will not. I'll save that for later.
I'll brace myself.
So you do hear a low growl from behind you that is definitely not from any of your companions that you know of. And the were-rats, like, they look at each other. You know that look of like, should we let them in? Should we not let them in? And one actually runs into the mine, and the other stands in your way like, we're going to get our chief. Don't know about you, though. And so you stand there. It's very awkward. And you do hear Penny, like, pull out her pistol. Because it's not quiet. When she pulls it out of the holster, she's like, oh, okay, if they want to fight, I got something for them. And you're there for about 15 minutes. It's very awkward and uncomfortable. And then the were-rat that ran in returns. And with them is the chief were-rat. And I already forgot what she looked like because that was a while ago. But she stands there. She glares at Penny the orc and at all of you. It's like, you were supposed to help us, not bring an orc back. And so is this what you're doing?
Well, there's a problem. There's a bigger problem. So we have a bit of an update about that. There is a dragon that seems to have killed everyone in the village that you'd like to take back. So until we solve that problem, getting what you want is probably on hold. So we thought maybe it makes sense to perhaps revisit the conversation.
Yes.
So,
the situation has changed somewhat since we last spoke.
So if the dragon already killed all the orcs, why do you think we're going to help you?
Well, didn't you guys kind of want to take that town back?
Yeah.
Well, you can't have it. You can't go live there if it's dragon feeding ground.
Yeah, I mean, having killed all the orcs, what do you think the dragon's going to do next? You are next. You are the next on the dragon menu, unless you do something about this.
Well, dragons can fly. Who's to say they're not going to show up here now?
That's the thing. They might. So we
all,
should.
All the more reason to deal with it.
The were-rat chief looks at all of you and then notices Penny has pulled out her pistol. Well, it would help if your friend here put away her weapon.
Would you mind putting away your weapon?
Yeah,
And
Barb seems to have the best rapport with Penny.
Yeah.
And she thumbs the safety on it and then finally puts it away and just stares down this were rat like, I'm watching you. Fine. Let's see what the rats have to say.
Good work, Bob.
All right, so the were rat chief turns and just beckons you to follow, and they lead you back toward where Don John's office should be, except Don John's not there. The were rat chief like goes and kicks back in Don John's chair, like, all right, we'll sit. Tell me what the deal is. What do we got to do?
Before we get to that, where's Don John Raskin, the guy who hired us and brought us out here? When we left, he was still in charge. What's happened to him? Is there anything you're not telling us?
Oh, he went on a little trip.
What kind of trip?
Vague.
Yeah. What kind of a trip? To where?
A short one.
Is it one that he perhaps is coming back from?
No.
All right. So
Marenghi, they killed Don John.
yeah, let's. Why don't we stop dancing around it? And you've killed Don John Raskin. Is that what you're telling us?
Well, I was trying to be a bit more diplomatic about it, but he was working us 12, 16 hours a day for no money.
But
Okay,
see,
you know what? None of my business right now.
But honestly, isn't this why it's better if we figure this out so we can get you back to your village and figure something out with the orcs, because they're just going to send more people to oversee this mine. You're going to have to keep killing more humans. They're not going to stop sending people here. So, and I've talked to some of your people here in the mines. They'd rather go home. Wouldn't you rather go home?
Oh, we can go home, but we can also just take over the mine, which we've done. And there won't be any more humans sent to oversee us. We've taken care of that while you were gone. This is our mine now.
So if you're happy to stay in the mine and have no interest in returning to the village, aren't we done here? What do you even need us for?
We didn't say that. We need somewhere to live. Have you tried living in a mine? It's ridiculous.
I wouldn't want to try to live in the
Okay,
mine. So would you like to come with us?
I mean, we can work here. Nobody wants to live in a mine. It's filthy. There's fumes.
Okay.
There's
Totally fair.
creatures.
Signals right now.
Honestly, I don't care about what you did to Don John Raskin. Never cared much for the fella to begin with. So that's your business, so far as I'm concerned. As I recall, my first instinct when I first met him was to kill him as well. So we have something in common here.
True.
Okay, you cannot live in a mine, but nor can you live in a dragon smorgasbord of a village. We have the main issue of dealing with this dragon. Do you want to help? Do you want to help us help you, or not? Do you want your village back? If so, you're going to have to team up with us and Penny. That really is the only option you have. Be smart about this. Where at, Chief?
Sure.
She's just staring at you. You're gonna have to give me a persuasion check on that because she's not picking up what you're putting down in a friendly manner.
I'm happy to do that. I'm happy to run it up the flagpole and see if anyone salutes it. Here we go. Let's see. I'm plus 6 on persuasion, so I feel pretty good about this. Here's my roll.
Sure.
Ooh. I want to show you what I rolled.
It's
Cover your face.
No, I
Cover
got
your
it. I got it.
face.
It's that one.
Is it
it's a 16.
Okay.
And I have plus 6. So that's
Very
a dirty
pretty
20.
guy.
Very
Yeah, I was
pretty.
like, it's a blur.
Yeah, I rolled a blur
rolled a
plus
blur.
6.
Could be anything.
It's a 16 plus 6.
Okay, so Marenghi from somewhere found a well of charisma and persuasion, and the were-rat's resolve is not weakening, but she can see your point. She can see where you're coming from. She's like, all right, I can see, I can figure this out. I think so. So Did you have a plan for getting rid of this dragon? For those of us that go back with you?
Who's in charge of plans? With the Sunfish.
Shannon. I mean, Barb.
The plan is we would figure it out together once we got here. We didn't know whether you would say yes or no, but it seems like a pretty dire circumstance, and we probably need to get a move on as soon as we can.
Is there a way that we can possibly track this dragon and hunt it down to its lair?
At that point, Penny speaks up. Well, the trail of bodies and animals should lead you back to its lair. And it's in the mountain that I pointed out by the town. So we just need to get back to that mountain.
Great. So we'll follow the trail of bodies.
I think
to its lair.
Now that we've successfully persuaded the were-rat chief, hopefully she will now raise every able-bodied were-rat, get them tooled up with weapons. Let's get as many bodies as we can, and go get it done.
She will, and but she also needs time to muster all of the rats and make sure everyone has tools and everything. So in the meantime, you remember the quarters you got to stay in when you brought Don John Raskin? Because you've been kind of going back and forth and sleeping outside. You probably would like a hot bath and a meal before you go back out and fight people. Maybe
the meal. It's absolutely certainly.
We know Merengue does.
Yeah, Merengue's belly's been grumbling since this morning.
I don't know. After hearing the were-rats have killed yet another interloper, Archon's going to stick with like road jerky, but the bath is great.
Road jerky.
I don't trust these were-rats at this point.
I'm trying to take over their mind. They don't care about you in that sense.
I don't think they're gonna. I mean, they need us to help kill this dragon. I don't think they would have nothing to gain by poisoning us or anything at this point. I'm not suspicious of the were-rats.
Okay.
Merengue is a very trusting elf.
When it comes to food, Merengue is very trusting of whomever.
Yeah, honestly,
food.
I mean, you've seen how suspicious the jerky is that I've eaten over the course of this.
They offered Merengue food. No further questions.
I'm on your side. You offered me food.
Pretty much.
Did you say food?
Basically.
The way to an aquatic half-elf's heart is through his stomach.
Yes. So, a steward leads you back to the same rooms that you had before. They make sure that you have a hot bath and a hot meal if you like it, while the war chief goes off to, or the chief were-rat goes off to muster who's willing to go fight. So you've got about an hour and a half to yourself before you'd be expected to be at the entrance of the cave, so you can kind of muster and start the trek back. I'm trying to think. There are mining carts and ponies, but considering the terrain you have to travel over and the fact that may attract the dragon before you're ready to fight it, you could take about a day to walk back toward the village after everyone is ready to go.
Okay.
So while you are getting this brief rest in the game, we're going to take a very short break, so folks can get water, stretch briefly, and then bio, and then we'll come back and see what mustering the troops looks like, and be back in no more than 5 minutes. Because like I said, we are ending a little early today because sometimes you have to go adults and cut things a little short. But don't worry, when the Order of the Sunfish resumes, we will have a full 3-hour episode. So everyone hang out for a few minutes. Everyone's going to bio, stretch, and we will BRB.
Yeah, it's warm here today. I'm going to get a cold drink.
Coffee time.
Be right back.
Awesome. Take care, everyone.
Oh.
I'm going to bring back the audio, and let me bring back our lovely faces.
Hello, we're back.
There we all are.
Hello again.
Hello.
Hello, everybody.
Part the
Shannon,
second.
you're muted.
And
never
we're
mind.
back.
Yeah.
Audio is the final boss.
And we're back. Welcome back, everyone.
After these messages, we'll be right back.
What network are you doing when you do that?
It wasn't it ABC that did that, or PBS?
I can't. Okay, because I have so many we'll be right backs in my head, and I'm like, wait, which one is that? Anyway, doesn't matter. I need to find them all and just make them audio files.
Yes. Or you should do that, like do an audio file of your version and the original. Because that'd be dope. Anyway, hi everyone, we're back. So everyone has had a short rest. You should be fine for HP and everything. Anyway, if you had any spell slots, they are replenished, even though we didn't use any. But just in case anyone like had sleep spell things happen, I don't know. I'm being weird, weirder than normal. And so you've gotten some rest. You've been fed if you choose to eat the hot meal that was given to you. Everyone's been cleaned up. You are refreshed and ready to go fight a dragon.
Do it.
Oh God.
I mean,
Well, you're not fighting a dragon today. We've only got a half hour left.
We're as ready as we're gonna be.
I want to roll my dice.
Yeah, let's roll some things.
I was gonna
Let's
say
roll.
Gary's the only person who's had to make any kind of checks.
All right. I
True.
mean, if you really, really want to roll dice, I can make that
Shannon's
happen.
got dice burning a hole in her pocket over.
One
I
day,
got
the
dice.
tempting.
What do you have over there
I
today,
want
Shannon? I know
dice.
people have been sending you some cool dice.
Right now, I've got these tiny little barb ones I've been using.
Oh, is
those
that
are
like a
cute.
copper or a bronze
I-
kind of
I
effect?
know,
Like in her little
Raving Sock
pocket.
Monkey is in Tanya's chat. Thanks to
I've got a
Danny, I
bunch
bought these.
here.
I bought these, and they are delightful.
Nice.
Also, booze is delightful.
I always
I'm
feel
just
like
saying.
Brian's living his best life.
He is.
He's an
I'm
example
stuck-
to the rest
I've,
of us.
I've been stuck inside without much human contact for 6 months. I got to do my best.
Wow.
Oh,
from,
yeah.
the
Booze is
from,
delightful.
from my chat, don't tempt the DM. And I'm like,
I know the smile. I know that. Oh, I know.
So are we
When
ready to
Tanya's
start
listening.
walking?
Let's go. Have we raised
Yeah.
this were rat army?
yes.
Okay.
Yes. You've got about 25, 30 were-rats with you, Penny, and your
Yes.
group. And of course, were-rat chief is with you. They wouldn't miss out on a chance for some combat and maybe fighting a dragon and or some orcs.
Really? I definitely need to discuss self-preservation motives of people in this world. Like, there's a dragon? Oh.
So you did play Dragon Age Inquisition, right, Brian?
I mean, yeah, but the only person who was, that was really just foreplay for that one character.
You know, some people get excited by dragons, other people get excited by combat. You never know.
If you tell me this world is full of iron bulls, this is about to go a whole different way next season.
I mean, we could just do the show later in the evening. Could be Dungeon Crossing After Dark.
I like that. Then we could really get
Dude,
into this dragon fetishism that we seem
We
to
should
be
do that for
circling around right now.
I would love to do that for a charity stream. That would be awesome.
We could do that. Extra Life is coming next month, so we could do a one-off of
Dungeon Crossing After Dark.
for charity.
Somebody in my chat said, "Oh my God, did you romance Iron Bull too?" Can I get a hands up, a show of hands in all the chats who romanced Iron Bull? Because come on.
I should really play those Dragon Age games. Maybe if they remaster them, I'll get into them.
So,
Well, I
yes,
mean,
I'm-
the Inquisition's already on current gen systems, but yeah.
So my bad. Yeah, we
Let's
have
walk
our
to the
army of
dragon.
were rats.
Bob is like itching to get going here.
all right. So you all are marching in formation. You've got a bit of a walk. So after about 3 hours, everyone give me a perception check.
Okay.
Are you okay there, Brian?
It's like I got to do something. Hold on.
All right.
Yes.
I'll be back at
Plus
2:30.
4.
I got a 19.
22.
Okay.
4.
I can't remember
Yeah.
what my.
My first roll, I'm very perceptive.
I got 11 plus 5, so 16.
Okay. What did everyone? So everyone rolled really well then.
No, I rolled terribly. I got a 4.
You know that you're on a road, Merengue,
Yes, this is
And that
definitely
yours-
a road.
and you are surrounded by people.
Yeah, and there are people with me on this road. Other than that, I don't know what's going on. I think that jerky might be starting to affect my vision.
It's like Baldur's Gate. Instead of a brain worm, you have brain jerky.
Yeah, I got jerky on the brain.
So for those of you that rolled high enough, as you all are marching toward the Shrine of Cerberus, because you will pass by it again,
Mhm.
some of you hear a loud rustling in the bushes.
Shh, do you hear that?
Yeah, Archon just like makes the show of like slowing down again.
You guys talking about that loud rustling?
I didn't hear anything.
Don't worry about it.
Can I investigate?
Of course. So the rustling is off the road a bit to the right. If any of you would like to go investigate said rustling.
Right. Should I roll for investigation?
Yes. Yes, you should.
15.
Ooh, Bob's rolling good today.
The physical dice. Oh,
Yeah.
Yep.
I gotta say, I enjoy rolling the physical die way more than the web browser one. It's
Yeah.
nice just the act of
will-
actually rolling the die is like a
I mean,
pleasing act.
I do like the web browser die because it makes it a lot easier and more accessible. The only thing I wish D&D Beyond would add is like put that in a separate window. So if we were streaming, I could
Yep.
share the rolls. That would be amazing.
Yeah. But I really like the this is almost like a fidget cube for me right now. Like this just it's just a pleasing object.
Oh, Gary, every game store owner from here across the country
I know.
just heard you say that and was like, yes.
It's going to be a problem. When I start going to conventions when the pandemic's over, it's going to be an issue.
Yeah, it is really nice. But I think we actually now all of us have access to way more virtual dice on D&D Beyond for when we need it.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, because D&D Beyond was very kind and gave us all influencer access. So thank you, D&D Beyond.
Did they?
Um,
How do I?
Yes,
How do I
I told
claim
you.
that?
You don't claim it. You just literally have access to everything on the site, right?
That's wonderful.
I'll send it. Yeah, I'll send everyone a DM later. But also they just released Icewind
cool.
Dale
I didn't
dice
know
for free. So if you're on D&D Beyond, hashtag not a commercial, but hashtag we are using it. If you're on D&D Beyond, you can get the Icewind Dale virtual dice set for free.
I had no idea.
Yes.
It's blue and sparkly and pretty.
Yes, and I if you look back in Discord, I did let everyone know that. But yeah, D&D Beyond was very generous, so thank you for that. Hashtag not sponsored,
Yeah, thank
because
you.
we don't
Very
want
nice.
Nintendo to sue
Mhm.
us.
Correct.
Yes, always helpful to not be sued by Nintendo.
But yes, so Barb, what you have perceived with your dwarven eyes are two direwolves that are snuffling around, and they're not worried about you all. You were far enough away where they wouldn't have like been concerned with a group of new smells. They're minding their business, but when they hear you, they do kind of perk up, and you suddenly see two direwolves looking at you like, oh, what's this?
Could this be a bamboozling opportunity?
This is Barb's moment.
Does it mean like I'm bamboozling again?
Not yet. They have perceived you and you have perceived them. So right now you are staring at them and they are looking at you kind of like, hmm?
And do I have any treats to toss them?
I don't know. What's in your bag? You tell me.
Let's look. Where do I see my bag? Equipment, huh?
Equipment, all. You probably have rations.
Inventory. Oh yeah, we have rations.
Yeah,
Didn't we
didn't
bring
we
a
like
bunch?
scavenge some stuff when we
Oh,
went through the
also I
mine?
hunted a bunch of rabbit. I hunted rabbit.
Ooh,
That's true. You
That's
did
right,
have
we-
some
offer
rabbit.
them
Forgot
some
about
treats, Bob.
Yeah, can I give them each a rabbit?
I mean, you could if you really wanted to. Are you going to give up your food that you hunted to these dire wolves that are just for now just staring at you?
I mean, just tear off a couple of pizzas, offer them a bit.
What
like
are
a little
yeah?
snack.
I mean, are they're just staring, or they're stance? They're just
I'm
looking.
a very
There's
good
no-
hunter.
And a bamboozler.
I feel like offering a potentially hostile dog stroke wolf a treat to gain its favor is not that wacky an idea.
Yeah, I think I'd like to do that. Yeah.
Roll with it.
Should
Is this a roll?
I roll?
No,
to
I meant.
see
I'm
if
sorry. I didn't
persuaded
mean to
them
roll.
with
I didn't
the-
mean roll for it. I meant roll with it.
Yeah.
Like go with it.
I mean, there is an animal handling attribute, right? I don't know when that comes in.
There
So, yeah.
is.
Sorry. So Shannon / Barb, what you gonna do?
Yeah, I'm gonna give them the piece of the rabbit.
Give some rabbit.
All right. Are you throwing it to them? Are you like putting it on the ground? And
I'm gonna toss it kind of behind them so they go eat it.
Yeah, distract
Okay.
them.
I'm not going to make you roll to throw a piece of rabbit because that would just be silly. So you throw it, and they watch it kind of sail over their heads, and they look at it on the ground, and they know that you threw it. One of them goes to investigate. The other's just still staring at you like, why are you throwing things?
These are some very unwolf-like wolves.
Just a bit of kindness. I like dogs.
Yeah.
Wait, are you
Remember-
talking to the wolves?
Yep.
Why not?
Okay.
Remember, Gary, I
what's the
grew up.
harm?
I'm like, Gary, remember I grew up in a city. I don't know what a wolf actually looks like or acts like. So the city girl trying to describe the wolfy attributes.
I mean, I know they all like meat. I never met a dog or a wolf that didn't like a bit of meat when it was.
Yeah,
on.
I know.
I've seen a picture of a dire wolf, and in my head, this and the bamboozling was just kind of hilarious, like picturing this whole image. So I'm loving this.
Barb still has bamboozling in her back pocket if it comes to that. If she needs
To that, but luckily for you, the wolves are more hungry than they are concerned with you too. And you hear a woof, like a low woof, and the other one just kind of goes over and investigates the food that you've thrown because they're dire wolves. They're not entirely stupid. So they kind of want to check it out, make sure it wasn't like bad or rotten before they just went and like chased it and ate it. So they are enjoying the rabbit you have gifted them. You are free to leave them alone.
Great. Let's keep moving, guys.
Yeah, quick question. What was the reaction from anyone else with us while this was happening?
You mean in the party or the were rats?
The were rats and Penny. Like what were they thinking while we're all like, stop, because we got to make sure that these wolves getting fed.
Penny is just like, this is such a waste of food and time. And then she had that unkind thought of like, how did you manage to kill my friends? Like, if this is what you do, how did you manage to kill anyone?
Okay, then.
I mean,
Okay.
I guess we could have tried
No one
throwing
knows.
rabbits at
No
your,
one- yeah,
at
no
your
one
friends.
knows.
Oh, she
No
didn't
one
say it.
knows.
But she's like,
Archon is just looking at faces. Archon is looking at
Yeah.
faces, and I'm like, okay, yeah, this is how we do.
like,
You've met us.
yes.
As I actually think that demonstrates just how keen we are to avoid combat rather than get into a fight with these wolves, which we could easily kill. We have a small army with us. We instead chose to give up some of our food to avoid combat, and I think that demonstrates that combat is not our first choice, and that your orcish friends really started the encounter that led to their deaths, and it wasn't our fault.
I legit did
you're
not
getting-
flag Merengue in charge of our PR. I legit did not flag that, but okay.
The question is Merengue basing all that based on just the look on her face? Because she didn't say it, but she had that look like, these are the people that managed to kill my friends and cousin. Like, that was just kind of the like, wow,
I mean, I kind of feel that says more about your friends than it does about us.
Wow.
Right, but,
okay.
but
okay.
she's not saying this out loud unless you want to say you're saying it out loud.
I'm not saying no. This is in Merengue's internal monologue.
Okay, because I was like, if this was external, we could roll some dice, and there could definitely be combat before this.
So yeah,
is
where
over.
Archon was just very curious as to like, because obviously we got to make sure that we're spinning stories and people talk about us. So I just want to know, like, are they like, what the heck is up with these four strangers, or let's just move on.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we're having so the dire wolves have been neutralized. They're no longer
Yeah.
an issue.
They're enjoying the gift of rabbit.
Yay.
I would say
They are-
that was a good plan, successfully executed.
Yes. So the dire wolves are not bothering you, and Barb, have you come back and rejoined the group?
Yes, I have.
Barb is an expert at dealing with dire wolves, might I say.
And you're saying this out loud as Smoop?
I am.
Yeah, one of the very first things that Barb did was neutralize
Bamboozle.
some dire wolves through bamboozling.
Yes. I'm going to embroider a patch for her to wear with a dire wolf, because it's happened. It's a thing now.
A bamboozle. It should be like cross-eyed, so it looks like a bamboozled dire wolf.
At the end of this, I'm going to adopt a dire wolf.
I'm
Yeah.
seeing it. I'm ready
just-
for it.
For just $1 a month,
You too can adopt a direwolf.
Oh my
In
god.
the arms
All right, so do we keep
of
walking
the
now?
angel,
No.
Fly away from me.
Wow.
I'm
Wow.
Sarah McLaughlin. Direwolves need homes too.
Like sad, like push-ins on sad direwolf faces.
How did I get here?
Oh, man.
How did record scratch? You might wonder how we got here.
Are we on talking heads now? We switched again.
I'm just the wheels are off the cart. I've given up.
Back
This
on
is
the
the
move.
essence
Back
of
on the
Dungeon
Sorry,
move.
Crossing.
yeah,
The
we
wheels,
could-
the
yeah,
wheels
we
were
could-
never
we
on the cart.
We could clap the slate thingy and move on.
We gotta walk to that dragon.
Scene. So you all are walking, and Penny does not want to stop at the Shrine of Savras. She is thoroughly passing by the grave. She gives a respectful nod, but she is not going to say, let's stop here for the night. Let's stop here for anything. She actually doesn't stop until she gets to the town. And, it's a bit of a hard march, but she was absolutely not going to stay in the Shrine of Savras because it would not end well for anyone, especially if the were-rats started in on like the orcs that were foolish enough to get killed. You would have a fight before you even got to town. So you have arrived back at Coneyberry, and the were-rats, they just kind of stop and they look around, and then they look at Penny and they look at you, and they start splitting off, and the chief is just like, people just want to check on their houses. Give us a little time. And she studiously ignores Penny the orc, and it's like, I'm gonna go check the city hall, see what's there, make sure that my weapons and things I need are still there, and we can meet at the other end of the town and then start off toward the mountain.
Sounds good. Take all the time you need.
Yep.
Yeah.
Do you all
All
want
the
to?
time you need.
Yeah. Do you all want to do anything while the were-rats are checking over their homes or what's left of their homes or etc.?
Oh, can we get a huddle over here?
Sure,
I
let's
move
huddle.
into the huddle.
What do you,
Yeah.
you-
No,
you-
yeah, it doesn't, not an official huddle. We could just just Archon is literally just addressing Barb, Merengue, and Smoop. Does anyone here know anything about killing dragons? I just want to ask that.
No, not really. I mean, is there a trick to it?
I don't know. I'm asking y'all.
No. Has anyone in our group ever been in an encounter with a dragon? Because I haven't. It's all theory for me. I'm hoping that these orcs and were-rats know something about it.
How would, like, if there's just general dragon knowledge or perhaps specific dragon knowledge, how would I like check for what I might have heard? Is that like investigation or history, or I don't know what that is?
Maybe a knowledge history.
Ugh, okay.
Should I roll for that?
You know what? I'm gonna try rolling history. And
Yeah, if you want.
Screw it.
Yeah, if you want to try history, because religion would not apply here. So
So yeah, let me see if my character can be smart or if my character remembers absolutely nothing.
Yeah, give us a good roll so we can learn about dragons.
Y'all could roll too,
I'm gonna
because
roll.
I got a 10, so I might just know that dragons are a thing.
I'm gonna roll.
dragons are good Archon. I mean, all
I rolled a 1, so
Oh my
wow.
god.
I got.
What am I rolling with?
Knowledge
History.
or history? History. Sorry.
Mhm.
I got a 16, so I might know something about dragons.
Yes. See, this is what I like. We're brainstorming. We're gelling. We're
Yeah,
working this
you
out.
might-
Yes.
Good huddle, Archon.
Do this.
I got a 4.
You can barely
You know-
spell dragon.
Smoop. We get a participation trophy for Smoop, and
Bob's never even heard of a dragon.
yeah, but Barb knows with wolves, so I still
Yeah.
trust her
No,
more.
wolves are her specialty.
Yeah. Yeah.
Can we toss it rabbit?
A
Feed
rabbit to a
Tito.
dragon would be literally nothing.
Just kidding.
It's just a dragon, just a rabbit for a treat.
What if it was a massive rabbit?
Like one of those giant
Like-
Angora
Yeah,
rabbits
like
you
a
always see people-
giant were-rabbit or something.
Oh my gosh, those are so cute.
You're not gonna do much with. You're gonna be super ineffective if you try to give the dragon a rabbit or a piece of rabbit.
I was just
So-
kidding.
I
Good
think
to know. I mean,
Merengue's-
that's good to know ahead of time.
if any of us know anything about dragons, it would be Merengue.
So Merengue, you in your paladin studies have heard of dragons. You've trained in the rare instance you should run across a dragon, but you've not actually fought one. You have learned through books that dragons, depending on what kind of element they are affiliated with, are usually resistant or immune to that element. So if a dragon starts breathing fire at you, fire magic, fire spells, fire imbued weapons will not be effective. Same for ice, etc. Most dragons have a hoard of something, and depending on what that is, they will guard it even to their death. And if you have something that they want for their hoard, they will probably go after you for it. But you don't know of any particular spells or weapons that will be super effective against a dragon.
Okay, good to know. That's better than nothing.
Yeah, so basically you know that depending on what kind of attacks the dragon uses, that it is immune to those things, because it'd be kind of silly to not be immune to the thing it's using.
Now, I know a little bit about role-playing games. If it is a fire dragon, does that mean that like ice would be good against it, and vice versa, that kind of thing?
It should be, yes.
Okay.
So if you find a dragon that is maybe using lightning and eldritch, like eldritch blast, but are like kind of purple lightning or something, more physical attacks may
Okay,
be
like
good.
that.
So in general, we know these things to be true, but we don't know anything about this particular dragon yet. So,
You do know that it is cold in the wake of the dragon being around.
oh,
Remember,
And the
you
bodies we
found-
saw were frozen.
so it could be like
Yes.
an ice dragon.
It could be, yes.
That's interesting.
So it could be an ice dragon, and you do have that much knowledge. And as you all are huddling, you do notice that some of the were-rats are finally coming out from houses, and the chief is coming out of the city hall, the town hall that you all investigated earlier before you went back to the mine. And she's got like a halberd on her back, so she made sure she got strapped up for this dragon. Some of the were-rats have more weaponry than they left the mine with. And everyone seems pretty armed for bear to go take on this dragon.
All right.
They knew exactly where to get their weapons from their houses. Like, yeah, no, I'd like just chests opening and closets like
You know those scenes where it's like people like pull a book and suddenly it
Arming.
turns around and people got like guns and weapons. It was
So
And-
the
and
so
that
the
they-
were-rats are now like heavily armed.
and that the orcs who were like inhabiting did not find this shit. That's even better. Like, no. This was like the special shit.
but no, they were hidden, they were cantrips, bad magic or whatever. This was like you had to do a lot to find. You would have had to work to find these weapons.
Okay.
All right.
So, so since we are a little short on time today, and I do want to make this kind of a very fun climactic fight for you all, we're going to wrap up today with everyone gathering at the edge of town, looking up toward this very picturesque mountain and hearing the roar of a dragon before they set off. And that is
Found
where
the
we're
dragon.
today. You heard the roar of a dragon. That doesn't mean it's there, because dragons can project.
Oh, geez.
Yeah, they've gone to classes for that. Yeah, they do their exercises. Yeah.
This
They
feels like a
can
good way to
project.
wrap up the episode, like a big dramatic group shot of everyone staring up at the mountain and getting
Yes.
ready to go get it.
Smoot
get it
holding
on.
his shovel.
Yeah,
in
Smoot with his
preparation.
diamond
And,
shovel.
The camera pulls back very slowly on all of us, just in awe, like to be continued.
Merengue's stomach
Yes.
rumbles ominously right before we fade out. So I'm telling you,
know,
that's
Jared-
going to pay off before this season is
I feel
over.
like I feel like Merengue's stomach is honestly always rumbling. Like that's his secret. He's always hungry.
Yeah,
like
but
that,
this
like
is an
that
this is an
level.
ominous rumbling. I'm starting to get concerned, frankly, about what might be coming down the pipe. Literally.
You know, Gary, your DM does not have the best memory, and the more you remind me of this, the more I'm just going to remember to write this down as a note.
I you know, it's Chekhov's jerky. Like we
Oh, you're right.
we planted it. It's got to pay off. That's
At
just
some point,
I
it
love that
might.
I love that
basic
we just call
structure.
it Chekhov's jerky.
Chekhov's jerky.
No, don't
so
call
do
it
we-
that.
So we actually we gotta roll, don't we?
Yeah, I was about to say that yes, because remember I've got a panel coming up in about 45 minutes.
All right.
And Gary said that ending sooner than later would be good for you.
Oh,
today
so
as
when you
well.
said we got to roll again, you got to start using the word roll, Brian, because I keep thinking you mean that we actually have to roll something.
Y'all should just keep up with the slang. Keep
He
up.
means
Just
we
keep up
gotta
with the
roll
slang.
out.
We got to roll.
Roll
We got to
out.
roll out of here. Okay. Yeah.
Okay, Luda fan, Shannon 101.
Listen, I have so many ludicrous bits. Like one of my
Oh, that's so
favorites is
awesome.
fresh fruit. Is like that's. I mean, there's a part of that song where he exclaims fresh fruit, and
Because of course he does. Like
It's
why
amazing.
not?
Wait, what song is that?
You
'Cause
know?
now I got to go find it.
I wanna that one. From your head to your toes. and fresh
Oh my
fruit,
God.
sweep that woman right off of her feet.
Oh my
I
God,
gotta
he
find
actually says
this. I gotta
fresh
listen to some
fruit.
Yeah,
Ludacris
he
today.
exclaims
Yeah.
fresh fruit.
Yeah. He's like,
Handcuffs.
um,
Slap a little
so,
booty
sorry.
up with my belt. That one. It's that. It's
Oh
in
my
that
God.
sector. I
That's
don't know
fabulous.
why. I know the lyrics to most things. I don't know why.
Oh my God.
The wrapping up of things.
All right, so
That note.
and on that note, we're going to wrap up. We're going to start at the end, at least for my screen, with Gary. Who are you? What do you do? Can we see you next?
Gary Whitta, screenwriter and author, best known for a bunch of Star Wars stuff, but other things too. Animal Talking, the Animal Crossing talk show is coming back very soon. We have a big Halloween special. Stay tuned for news on that. And lots of Among Us content on my channel, because me and my friends are really enjoying playing Among Us right now. You're going to be seeing more Among Us streams coming at you on twitch.tv/Gary Whitta. Hope to see you there. And everyone here in the group is, of course, welcome to play Among Us with us anytime.
I will have to see. I bought Among Us. I've not yet played
I
it.
haven't
Check
bought
it
yet, but I'm
out.
I don't know. I'm
There's
nervous.
a lot of role playing that goes into it, Cypher. I think you might enjoy it.
All right, we'll see. We'll see. I will get it for you, Brian. It's like $5. So Adam, who are you? What do you do? What are you doing next?
My name is Shannon. I am a human woman.
Adam.
And
Adam.
my name is Adam. You can find me streaming over on twitch.tv/Nickervision. I just kind of dick about and don't really do much of anything that interesting, but I'm going to be playing Fall Guys after this. So if you want to join me, come on over.
It's an offer. How can anyone refuse that offer?
You
Very easily,
believe it or
yeah.
not, I
Trust
do
me.
everything to destroy and tear down this community, and somehow it's growing.
Sounds about right. And your community again is called the Ding Dongs? Is that
We are the
correct?
Ding Dongs.
The
Yeah.
Ding
So if you
Dongs,
want to be an
okay.
official Ding Dong, come on over.
Who wouldn't want to be?
Oh boy. Shannon.
I'm Shannon Woodward, and I've been streaming at Shannon is Live, and my next stream is tomorrow on Sundays. We just finished Life is Strange, so now we're going to play the DLC Before the Storm. That's tomorrow at 4 p.m. Pacific.
I've seen you playing Control as well, right?
Yeah, on Wednesdays and Thursdays I've been playing Control.
How are you
That's
liking
enough
that?
fun to play. That's fun to
It's
watch.
awesome. It's
Yeah,
awesome.
yeah, it's a really
Yeah.
cool game.
Yeah, I really like it.
Brian.
Yeah, hey there. Brian or Bohemian Everywhere, variety streamer on Twitch, bringing the disco vibes, etc. Tomorrow morning we'll be probably doing some Animal Crossing. We'll have a front page slot, so that often brings a whole lot of chaos while I run around and do mostly nothing. And then yes, next week I'll be playing. I'm kind of super excited. I'll be playing with the Rivals in a Star Trek game, which is kind of like that just pushes so many buttons. But yeah. Oh, and nope, that's it. I lost what I was going to say, so never mind.
Make it so, Brian.
I'm telling you, engage.
No, I almost feel like Brian should GM more than me because he knows way more about Star Trek than I do.
No.
Wow. Oh, and
that's the hard part. Like, wait, okay, well, yeah. Like, I gotta ask you
Pigeon
a quick
Knight 7,
question
thank you
after
very
you're
much for the
done.
raid.
okay.
I mean, sorry for the
And
tier one
since
sub.
Brian did
Welcome to
mention
the
it, if you listen to the
LOG.
Adventure Zone, you can hear Brian's lovely dulcet tones in an advertisement for Into the Motherlands about midway through the episode. So we get to hear his voice forever and ever in an episode of the Adventure Zone. And I've been your DM, putting everyone through their paces and teaching everyone how to play and reteaching them how to play D&D while using Animal Crossing, thus Dungeon Crossing. And the reason we're ending a little bit earlier today is because I'm going to actually go over and do a panel on race and nerd culture. And that is going to be over on ATTN Attentions, but it's attn.com, and .com is spelled out. I'll be doing a panel from 1 p.m. Pacific, 3 p.m. Central. And then tomorrow, I am DMing the Rivals of Waterdeep, which is same time, but over on Twitch.tv Rivals of Waterdeep. We're having a bit of an Ocean's 11 vibe for the season. At least that's kind of where we're going unintentionally, because I do things on the fly as a GM. And then, of course, 4 p.m. Pacific, 7 p.m. Eastern, 6 Central. Be back here tomorrow for Into the Motherlands Play Session 2, Episode 3. And we left off in the middle of a solar flare attacking our ship. So we'll see if we can get out of this predicament, and if we don't all murder each other, because we're all a bunch of very different personalities on this adventure in the stars. And that is, again, sponsored and supported by Twitch and Die Hard Dice. So go over to Die Hard Dice and check them out. And there's pretty new dice coming out from them, and Blue Microphones, who supports me both in this stream and in Into the Motherlands. So I am going to see who's on. Is there anyone you all are planning to raid?
I'm going to raid Adam because
Me
he's going to
too.
play some
Yeah,
Fall
I'll probably
Guys.
raid Adam. I had one reading redemption in my chat, but real quick, Tanya, for a setting that you love for tabletop, would you rather be in the GM chair or in the player chair?
For a setting I love. Ooh, that's tough.
No, come on, two choices. I love that.
Player chair.
See, that's why. Like I'm always like I may know a fiction backwards and forwards, but I'm like I want to play in that setting.
Okay.
I'd have to work up to actually want to run people through that setting. But since you mentioned it, I will think about it for future. But thank you.
No problem. All right. Adam, why don't you go get ready so we can throw you all come raid you.
Yeah.
Oh,
I got the
all
raid
right.
coming for Adam right
I'm
now.
already ready.
Thanks
We can
again,
watch Adam.
everyone. Always fun playing this with you, and look forward to the next episode.
Thank you.
Thanks,
It's great to see
everybody.
you all.
See you soon.
All right.
Bye,
Bye.
everyone.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.